I think hands down, corn is the worst thing to be addicted to. I don't think this is even a debate. It's so accessible nowadays. Everybody got phones. Everybody got tablets. Everybody got computers. It's so easy to get. Most drugs, which I would say corn is a drug, are not so easy to get, right? There's somewhat of a barrier. You have to have money. You have to have some sort of resource. You have to maybe know somebody. You know what I mean? You have to get into those spaces. Maybe weed is now more easier to get now than ever. But before that, you had to know people. It was different back in the day. Now, you can just pull up your phone, put X, 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 and you'll find something. Not only that, corn is very shameful. It is the most shameful thing, and whoever watches it, you know it. You know it. We can all agree. Why? Why is it shameful? Because you hide it. If it wasn't shameful, why would you hide it? Because deep down you know, watching two people engage in an act that you're interested is the most shameful thing you can probably do to your own self and your own soul. Not to mention, speaking of the soul, it can cause, and I believe it causes, and not only causes, it makes depression in an individual way worse. Think about it. You lose that lust for life, that lust to live. Why? Because you're watching other people live what you want to do. You become stuck in a forever loop of pleasure and despair. And that can't be good for the brain. That can't be good for the heart. That can't possibly be good for the body. Right? And so now you develop these unrealistic expectations. Not only if you're a man to women, but from a woman to a man. Maybe you expect this of a man. Maybe you think a man or a woman likes this. They don't. Maybe they like it normal. Maybe they need to talk about it. But you have unrealistic expectations from what you see. And this is for the guys especially. You may see a woman, and she looks very voluptuous. But now you have unrealistic expectations. You expect all women to look like that. And you expect and you think you deserve something like that. What did you do to earn that? Nothing. Right? So let me give you an activity. And hopefully this activity can make you kind of realize what you're doing. Imagine you're in a room and you're watching people do the naughty, right? The naughty. You're sitting in a chair and you're watching, right? You're like, oh, this is amazing, right? You whip it out, right? Right then and there. And you just start tugging and pulling. Right? Right? That's what you always do, right? You start tugging and pulling. And then they look at you, right? They stop what they're doing, right? They're going in. They stop. They stop. They look at you. And you know what they say? They call you a fucking weirdo. And then they continue. Now, that is exactly how you look. Like a fucking weirdo. Like an actual degenerate, staring at other people, doing the thing that you want to do. Not only that, picture yourself in 1,000 rooms. Every time you do that, let's say you did this 1,000 times. 1,000 times, you're in 1,000 rooms watching 2,000, because there's a man and a woman, or if you're watching even more, I don't know what else kind of degenerate stuff you're watching. You got all of that, all of those people just looking at you and calling you a fucking weirdo. But don't be that fucking weirdo. Be better. Good night.